how many years can I live my normal life without salary? And it's a question I asked during my presentations. And after that, I decided to put all my assets together, look at all the liabilities I had at that time. And you know what? The liabilities were higher than the assets. And I didn't know until I went through that exercise. And once I had that consciousness, then the journey began. So I think it begins with that reality check. One of the important things, and thumbs up to EcoBank and the Business and Financial Times and all the partners who are on board. One of the important things we need is financial literacy and investor education. Financial literacy, investor education, because it's the way to create that paradigm shift where people move from investment is supposed to be for people who are in suit and tie. So the ordinary woman, I have a client who is in Okanshi, who invests about twice every week. 50 CD, 90 CD, 50 CD, 90 CD, 70 CD, small investment, but who is building up decent portfolio. So I think that financial literacy is one of the things. Companies must be interested in this. It's not enough to pay your employees and say, I don't care what they do with their money. Employee financial well-being must be part of the HR practices in companies, yes, where we educate our employees. Because what happens to their lives after retirement must matter to you. Churches must be interested in financial education. Let's not use our pulpit. We want people to give offering. We must be interested in how they make money. And we must be interested in teaching them how they make money. Media houses must be interested in this. Like the story I shared with you with the teacher, I basically that day spent time talking about the power of compounding, the way it works. And it's amazing that, look, if you are investing 500 cedis a month, if you use 18% compounded quarterly, within 30 years, you're looking at over 12 million. 500 cedis a month, growing it by 10% every year through the power of compounding. If you are a bit more, your income level is a bit higher, you are doing 20K lump sum, you are adding 500. Within 20 years, you're looking at 2.5 million. If you're doing 100K plus 2K every month, of course, the monthly contribution is growing by 10% every year. And I'm using the same 18%. Within 20 years, you're looking at over 10 million. And when you talk about 10 years, 20 years, 15 years, 30 years, people tell you that, it's too far. We want to make money now. We can all remember President Kufuor, who is still alive. You remember the election he won that made him the president of Ghana? Mm-hmm. It's the year 2000.
Wow.
How many years ago?
25.
Exactly. So when we talk about...
The child would have been out of the university by now.
The point is, whether you invest or you don't invest, the 10 years, the 20 years, the 30 years will come. So financial literacy, I think it's where it begins. And Robert made an important point about the employee who was told that his salary in terms of cement and then blocks. You see, what we call salary for those of us in the formal sector, we need to understand that it's not all for you. Because that's where you are paying your rent, you are paying the utilities. And I've seen situations where a man came to me who is 53 years. Apart from a mortgage that he took to buy a property, he doesn't have anything. Not 10,000 cedis treasury bills. And he has 7 years to retire. So we need to understand that whatever comes to you as salary, some portion must go into some investment. And I will always recommend minimum 20%. There is a law called the Parkinson law that explains why most people retire poor, even after earning substantial income through their working years.
Okay, share that with us.
The law states that no matter how much people earn, they will always adjust their lifestyle to match their salary.
Yes.
So as salary is increasing, people are adjusting lifestyle. So those listening to us, no salary is enough.
No.
I was in Takwa one time. I asked a church, how many of you are not investing because your salaries are not enough? Let me see by hand. Everybody lifted their hand. I called 10 people at random, gave them pieces of paper. Each of you should write your current salary for me. Among the 10, the lowest income earner, this was, I think, just before COVID, the year 2020, the lowest income earner was earning 350 cedis a month. For some reason, this person believes that it's not enough, so I cannot invest. But among the 10 of them, there was one earning 11,000 cedis a month. And the highest income earner among the 10 was earning 20,000 cedis a month.
And still thought.
The guy earning 350 says it's not enough. The guy earning 20,000 cedis says it's not enough. How much is enough? Because of lifestyle.
Yeah.
Whereas one person will spend 20 cedis on lunch, another person will spend 600 cedis on lunch. Whereas one person will spend 120 cedis a month on TNT through Trotsky. Another person will spend 10,000 cedis on fuel in their V8 engine. So as salary is increasing, people will normally change their lifestyle.
Yeah.
So I think the way we want to encourage people is to keep doing this investor education. We need to keep doing this. Let me conclude by saying that we should never forget that salary is only a medicine for managing poverty. Salary never cures poverty. What can help us plan our old age and have a decent retirement? It's either through an investment or you have a business. Of course, not all of us can build a business, but you can all invest. I know DDP has happened, but life must continue. Life must definitely continue. So we've learned lessons out. Let's put ourselves together and let's be deliberate about planning for our old age. Remember, the children are
no
not
longer
retirement
I call